In today's topic, we're going to talk about presenting an offer. What matters? Well, when you're presenting an offer to a seller, it all depends on if there's other offers on the table. It will depend on your approach. But in my book, I do things the same way all the time. And these are just a couple tips on how you can set your offer aside from other offers or get on the side of the seller's agent, because it's important that you impress not only the seller, but more importantly, the seller's agent. So, organized and professional offers versus sloppy and unprofessional offers. You want to get on the good side of the seller's agent. So the way that buyer agent presents the offer will set a precedence or an attitude with the seller's agent. And you want that seller agent to go to bat for you. And so you want to make the seller's agent's job as easy as possible. That means very organized and professional offers. I'm going to give you 5 tips on things that a real estate agent should do in presenting your offer. These are things that should be reviewed when you're interviewing a real estate agent. If they don't bring up, you should ask them, how are you going to present my offer? You need to know this up front. It's going to matter. You shouldn't wait until you're making an offer to ask the question. When you're interviewing to try and find a good buyer's agent in Lehigh Valley, these are the things you need to know up front. Okay, so for the 5 tips, the first thing is the buyer's agent should call the seller's agent and find out if there's any other offers on the table. Because if there is, you need to make your highest and best offer right up front. There's no guessing, okay? But if there aren't any buyer's offers coming in, then you can play a little bit on the price and try and get the property for under current market value. You have more leeway then, okay? Number 2, if there are, you want to know from the seller what type of settlement time they're looking for. So the buyer's agent should call the seller's agent and say, hey, if this were a perfect world, what kind of settlement time does the seller want? When do they want to settle on the property? If you can give the seller one thing that they want, then there's no guessing, and you could, that condition you already know is met. Because when you make an offer, it's not just price, it's other condition like settlement time. What type of loan are you going to do? How much money are you putting down? So there's a lot of different conditions that the seller is going to consider in your offer. If you can hit a settlement time, that's one thing that is already acceptable. If you're making an offer with an occupied seller, this means not a bank-owned home or a foreclosure, your offer should be presented by hand delivery, okay? That means it's going to be a nice professional offer. It's going to be your check, your deposit check, and it's going to be hand delivered to the seller's agent. Why? Because it's more professional. It's easy to read. It's not a fax copy. Faxes are great, but it becomes difficult to read. So you have a very professional presentation, and it makes for a very good presentation for the seller's agent. Just one more thing to set your offer aside. Also, there should be a cover letter from your agent to the seller's agent highlighting all the good points of your offer. Again, it's going to set your offer aside from other offers. If there are other offers on the property, if there are offers or if there's not offers, but definitely if there are offers on the property, you need to have your home inspection and your appraisal already scheduled. Okay? This is not a problem because you should already know what home inspector you're using by referral from either your real estate agent or someone else you know. And you already picked your mortgage company, so you should have that home inspection scheduled for 5 days after the seller's acceptance. If you're talking to an occupied seller, you should be getting an answer on your offer within 24 hours. So you can predict when you're going to have your home inspection and schedule it. The appraisal should be done within the first 10 days. So schedule those. Again, you're going to be taken seriously. The seller's going to say, wow, they already scheduled these, so they're serious about buying my home. Just going to set you aside because not many agents do it. Also, let's see, the last thing is you want to put down as much money as possible on your offer. Listen, the seller wants to know you're seriously considering purchasing their home and you're not going to walk away for anything stupid, okay? They want to make sure that you're not looking at other houses while you're getting the home inspection on the property. So you put down as much money as possible with your offer. You're not jeopardizing the money you're putting down as long as you do everything you say you're going to do in your offer. If there's something you don't like on the home inspection, you can cancel the agreement, get your full deposit money back. There's no way to jeopardize your deposit money. So there's no reason why you don't put down as much money as possible. When you're making an offer on a property in the Lehigh Valley, you need to put yourself in the seller's shoes. If you were that seller and you were looking at several different offers, would you take the exact same offer, two exact same offers, but one had $2,000 down and one had $1,000 down? You're going to go with the one that's putting $2,000 down because you know they're not going to walk away from $2,000. So, presenting your offer does matter. It needs to be professional. It needs to be serious. But remember, if it was meant to be, it will be. I hope this information was helpful to you, and now you know just a little bit more about presenting your offer, what matters.